Prague Castle, a symbol of Czech heritage and history. Origins. The castle dates back to the 9th century and is the largest ancient castle in the world, covering an area of nearly 70,000 square meters. Gothic and Romanesque elements. The architecture is a mix of Gothic, Romanesque, and Baroque styles. The most notable feature is the St. Vitus Cathedral, a stunning Gothic masterpiece that is a dominant part of the castle complex. Royal residence. For over 1,000 years, Prague Castle served as the seat of Czech kings, emperors of the Holy Roman Empire, and presidents of Czechoslovakia and the Czech Republic. The castle grounds. The castle's grounds offer panoramic views of the city and the Vltava River, with charming gardens like the Royal Garden, the garden on the ramparts, and the South Gardens offering lush green spaces to explore. Golden Lane, a small, picturesque street within the castle walls that is lined with colorful, tiny houses. It was originally home to castle guards and goldsmiths, hence its name. The Old Royal Palace. This building is a fine example of Renaissance architecture and was the seat of the Czech kings. It features the Vladislav Hall, an impressive hall with a vaulted ceiling that was once used for coronation banquets. Czech royals. The castle has been home to many monarchs, and today it continues to be the seat of the Czech president. The castle is closely associated with the history of the Přemysl dynasty and Habsburg monarchy, which shaped the country's political landscape. Tourists and visitors. Millions of tourists visit Prague Castle annually, drawn by its architectural grandeur, its historical significance, and the opportunity to experience Czech culture. People from all over the world come to admire its beauty, attend Mass at St. Vitus Cathedral, or learn about Czech history in the castle's museums. Changing of the Guard. One of the most famous traditions at the Prague Castle is the changing of the guard ceremony, which occurs every hour and is a must-see for visitors. The castle guard is part of the Czech army and stands at the castle entrance, offering a glimpse into the country's military traditions. Czech art and history. Inside the castle, museums and galleries showcase the country's artistic heritage, including works from the Czech National Gallery and the Prague Castle Picture Gallery. St. Vitus Cathedral. A major cultural and religious symbol, the cathedral is home to Czech patron saints and holds the tombs of many Bohemian kings. The cathedral hosts various cultural events, including concerts and religious ceremonies. Czech pride. The Prague Castle is a national symbol of Czech independence, culture, and history. It represents the perseverance and resilience of the Czech people through centuries of political change, from the time of the Austro-Hungarian Empire to its role in the modern-day Czech Republic. Czech festivals. The castle plays a central role in various cultural and national festivals, such as Czech Independence Day and St. Wenceslas Day. Charles Bridge. One of the most famous bridges in the world, connecting Prague Castle to the Old Town. It's a beautiful spot for scenic walks, especially during sunrise or sunset. Lesser Town. Just below Prague Castle, the Lesser Town is a charming neighborhood filled with narrow streets, Baroque architecture, and quaint cafes. It offers picturesque views of the castle from below. Prague Castle is an architectural marvel that serves as a symbol of Czech heritage and a focal point for the country's history. The surrounding gardens and buildings, along with the amazing views of the city, make it a top destination for travelers. The traditions, ceremonies, and the deep connection to Czech identity make the castle an essential part of Prague's cultural landscape. Old Town Square, a historic and cultural gem in Prague. The Prague astronomical clock, installed in 1410, is one of the oldest astronomical clocks in the world. It is a mechanical marvel that tells time, shows the positions of celestial bodies, and displays a procession of 12 apostles every hour. The clock is located on the southern side of the Old Town Hall. The clock tower offers a breathtaking view of the city from the top. allowing visitors to see the colorful rooftops of Prague's historic buildings. The Old Town Hall, a stunning Gothic and Romanesque building, serves as the focal point of the square. It has been the seat of municipal administration for centuries. Visitors can admire its intricate architecture, including the tower, which provides a panoramic view of the city. This Gothic church, with its distinctive twin spires, dominates the skyline of Old Town Square. The church's interior is equally impressive, with beautiful altars, paintings, and sculptures. It has historical significance, as many important figures in Prague's history were buried here. A beautiful Baroque church that stands out with its magnificent facade, dome, and interior. The church was originally built by the Jesuits and is known for its stunning frescoes and ornate altar. The square is surrounded by pastel-colored Baroque and Gothic buildings, each with its own unique history and design. The facades of these buildings are beautifully preserved and showcase intricate architectural details. Some of the most notable buildings include the Kinski Palace and the House of the Stone Bell. Old Town Square has been the heart of Prague's political, social, and cultural life for centuries. It has witnessed numerous historical events, including the execution of several key figures during the Protestant Reformation, the defenestration of Prague, and the Prague Uprising during World War II. Today, Old Town Square is a bustling hub of activity, attracting both locals and tourists. Street performers, musicians, and artists add to the lively atmosphere. The square hosts several cultural events, markets, and festivals throughout the year, including the famous Christmas and Easter markets, where vendors sell traditional Czech crafts, food, and gifts. Czech culture is deeply intertwined with Old Town Square. Local cafes and restaurants serve traditional Czech dishes, such as svíková, beef and creamy sauce, and trudelník, a sweet pastry. The square is also home to many local artisans and craftsmen who sell their handmade goods, continuing a long-standing tradition of Czech artistry. Prague's Old Town Square is rich in artistic heritage. The Baroque and Gothic architecture, combined with statues, fountains, and intricate carvings, showcases the city's historical journey through different artistic periods. The square itself has inspired countless artists, writers, and musicians throughout history. Throughout the year, Old Town Square serves as a venue for public events, such as concerts, theater performances, and cultural festivals. The square's lively atmosphere makes it a central gathering point for locals and visitors alike. In summary, Old Town Square is not only a visual feast for architecture lovers and history buffs, but it is also a place where the Czech people's cultural identity, traditions, and celebrations come to life. The square's remarkable blend of historical monuments, lively atmosphere, and cultural richness makes it one of Europe's most enchanting locations. St. Vitus Cathedral, a Gothic masterpiece of Czech culture and heritage. St. Vitus Cathedral, located within Prague Castle in the Czech Republic, is one of the most magnificent and iconic landmarks in the country. Here are some accurate facts and descriptions about its sceneries, beauty, people, and culture. *** Gothic masterpiece. The cathedral, officially known as the Cathedral of St. Vitus, St. Wenceslas, and St. Adalbert, is a stunning example of Gothic architecture. Construction began in 1344 under Emperor Charles IV and continued for centuries, with completion in the 1920s. Facade. The cathedral's facade is adorned with intricate sculptures and flying buttresses. Its main entrance, the Golden Gate, features beautiful mosaics depicting the Last Judgment. *** interior. *** inside. The cathedral is just as awe-inspiring, with grand stained glass windows, the most famous being the St. Wenceslas window, created by famous Czech artist Alfons Mucha. The tall spires, high vaulted ceilings, and delicate carvings add to the cathedral's grandeur. Royal tombs. It is the final resting place of Czech kings, queens, and archbishops, contributing to its cultural significance. Among the tombs are those of Saint Wenceslas, the patron saint of Bohemia, and Charles IV. Prague Castle Complex. The cathedral is part of the Prague Castle Complex, one of the largest ancient castle complexes in the world, which offers panoramic views of the city, the Vltava River, and the surrounding areas. Visitors can enjoy walking around the castle grounds, taking in the beauty of its gardens and courtyards. Golden Lane, a historic street in the castle grounds near the cathedral, lined with quaint, colorful houses once inhabited by goldsmiths and castle guards. It offers a charming glimpse into the past. Czech people. The cathedral is an important cultural and religious symbol for the Czech people. It has stood as a symbol of the nation's endurance through centuries of political change and foreign influence. It is often associated with Czech national identity and pride. Visitors and pilgrims. St. Vitus Cathedral attracts thousands of visitors from around the world, including pilgrims who come to honor St. Wenceslas, one of the country's most beloved saints. Religious importance. St. Vitus is the seat of the Archbishop of Prague and serves as the primary church for the Czech Roman Catholic Archdiocese. It has also been the site of many royal coronations, including that of the Czech kings. Czech history. The cathedral is closely tied to the history of the Czech people and their rulers. Over the centuries, it has witnessed key events in the country's history, such as the coronation of monarchs, important state events, and the legacy of the Bohemian monarchy. Art and craftsmanship. The cathedral houses extraordinary examples of medieval and Renaissance art, including statues, altars, and stained glass windows. The design and craftsmanship are a testament to the talents of local and European artisans. Tourist destination. Today, St. Vitus Cathedral is not only a religious and historical site, but also a prominent tourist destination. It is part of Prague's UNESCO World Heritage Site designation and attracts millions of visitors each year. Cultural events. It is still used for religious services and important national events. Occasionally, concerts and cultural performances are held within its magnificent walls. Timing and access. Visitors can explore the cathedral year-round, with access to various sections, including the crypt, chapels, and the towers offering panoramic views of the city. Souvenirs and cultural gifts. Visitors can purchase Czech-themed art and local souvenirs that reflect the rich cultural heritage of Prague and the Czech Republic. In summary, St. Vitus Cathedral is a rich blend of art, history, spirituality, and national pride, offering visitors a breathtaking glimpse into Czech culture and heritage. Its combination of stunning architecture, historical significance, and cultural legacy makes it one of the most beautiful and important landmarks in the Czech Republic. The Jewish Quarter, Josefov, in Prague, a journey through history, culture, and architecture. Old Jewish Cemetery, one of the most iconic sites in the Jewish Quarter. This cemetery dates back to the early 15th century. It's one of the oldest surviving Jewish burial grounds in Europe. Over 100,000 people are buried here, and the graves are stacked in layers due to space constraints. The cemetery is hauntingly beautiful, with moss-covered tombstones and a tranquil atmosphere. Spanish Synagogue. Renowned for its Moorish Revival architecture, this synagogue is a stunning example of 19th century Jewish design. Its intricate interior features elaborate patterns, golden accents, and stained glass, creating a breathtaking atmosphere. Pincus Synagogue. This synagogue is famous for its memorial to the 77,297 Czech Jews who perished in the Holocaust. The walls are inscribed with names of those who were murdered, serving as a poignant reminder of the atrocities of World War II. It also houses an exhibit dedicated to Jewish culture and history. Mazel Synagogue. Built in the early 16th century, this synagogue is a remarkable example of Gothic and Renaissance architecture. It now hosts a museum dedicated to Jewish history in the Czech lands, showcasing religious artifacts and manuscripts. Vltava River View. From certain parts of the Jewish quarter, you can enjoy beautiful views of the Vltava River. The sight of the river with Prague's skyline, including the famous Charles Bridge and Prague Castle in the distance, creates a picturesque contrast to the ancient Jewish buildings. The Jewish quarter has a deep cultural heritage, as it was once home to a thriving Jewish community, with many notable figures and traditions influencing the area. Historical influence. The Jewish population in Prague has been an integral part of the city's history for over 1,000 years. The quarter, historically confined to the area of Josefov, was a vibrant hub of Jewish life until the 19th century, when the community began to integrate more into broader Prague society. Jewish festivals and traditions. Prague's Jewish community celebrates many important Jewish holidays, such as Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Hanukkah, and Passover. The holiday celebrations often feature prayers, traditional foods, and gatherings in the synagogues. Czech Jewish cuisine. Local Jewish cuisine blends traditional Jewish flavors with Czech influences. Dishes like knedlíky, dumplings, schnitzel, latkes, potato pancakes, and brisket are popular among Jewish families in the region. Many restaurants and cafes in the Jewish quarter offer Jewish delicacies, allowing visitors to experience these flavors firsthand. Jewish Museum. The Jewish Museum in Prague is one of the most important collections of Jewish cultural and historical artifacts in the world. It showcases the rich traditions and history of Jews in Bohemia and Moravia, and offers insight into the Jewish experience in the region over centuries. Preserving heritage. The people of the Jewish quarter work hard to preserve the rich Jewish heritage, particularly after the traumatic events of the Holocaust. The Prague Jewish community has made significant efforts to keep Jewish traditions alive, ensuring that the area's culture is passed on to future generations. The Jewish quarter in Prague is a place where history, culture, and architectural beauty come together. It's not just a place of memory, but also a living testament to the endurance of the Jewish spirit. Visitors to this district will find themselves immersed in a captivating journey through time, from the poignant memorials of the Holocaust to the lively cultural traditions that continue to thrive today. The Dancing House, a modern marvel in historic Prague. Vltava Riverfront. The Dancing House is situated on the banks of the Vltava River, offering picturesque views of the city, including the famous Prague Castle, Charles Bridge, and the Old Town. Historic versus modern. The juxtaposition of the modern twisting design of the Dancing House with the historic Prague skyline creates a visually striking contrast. The building's location adds to its allure, as it can be seen from various parts of the city, particularly when crossing the nearby Jaraskovo Náměstí Bridge. Designed by Frank Gehry and Vlado Milunic, the Dancing House, completed in 1996, is known for its avant-garde architecture. The building is made up of two parts. One is a glass tower resembling a dancing couple, with the female form nicknamed Ginger and the male form Fred, after the famous dancing duo Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. Unique structure. The structure looks like two figures in motion, a rare sight in a city renowned for its Gothic and Baroque architecture. The building's flowing organic shapes contrast sharply with the rigid, classical lines of the surrounding buildings. Materials. The building's unusual appearance is enhanced by its materials: concrete, glass, and steel. Symbol of change. The Dancing House is widely regarded as a symbol of Prague's transition into a modern European city. It represents the spirit of the post-communist era and the Czech Republic's move towards innovation and openness. Public perception. While the building was initially met with criticism for its unconventional design, it has since become one of the most recognizable landmarks in Prague, attracting both tourists and locals. Asterisk exhibitions and events. The building is home to a gallery, a restaurant with panoramic views of Prague, and an office space. Visitors can enjoy cultural exhibitions and learn more about the building's design. The Dancing House, situated in a lively district of Prague, is frequented by locals, tourists, architects, and art enthusiasts. The nearby area offers vibrant cafes, bars, and boutiques, making it a lively cultural hub. The Dancing House stands as a testament to Prague's blend of old and new, beautifully bridging the historical architecture of the city with contemporary design. It remains a celebrated and iconic piece of architecture in Prague's skyline. Vyšehrad, a historic and cultural gem in Prague. Vyšehrad is a historic fort located in Prague, Czech Republic, offering an abundance of beautiful sceneries and rich cultural history. Here's an accurate description of its amazing places, people, and culture. History. Vyšehrad translates to High Castle, and it dates back to the 10th century. It was once the seat of the Czech kings before Prague Castle took prominence. Architecture. The fortress is known for its defensive walls, watchtowers, and gates, some of which provide panoramic views over Prague. Its casemates, underground tunnels, and rotunda of St. Martin are prime examples of the area's medieval architecture. Scenery. From the ramparts, visitors can enjoy breathtaking views of the Vltava River and the city of Prague, including the Prague Castle and other iconic landmarks. The tranquil setting within the fortress's walls also contrasts with the bustling city below. Cultural significance. Vyšehrad is the final resting place of many prominent Czech figures, including artists, composers, and writers. The cemetery is a serene and moving place, with elaborate tombs and sculptures. Famous graves. Notable individuals buried here include the composer Antonín Dvořák, the poet and artist Vítězslav Nezval, and other cultural icons of Czech history. Architectural beauty. This neo-Gothic basilica, completed in the late 19th century, dominates the Vyšehrad skyline. It is famous for its twin spires and intricate interior design, including stained glass windows and altars. Spiritual significance. The basilica is still an active place of worship, holding regular mass and cultural events, offering a connection to both the past and present spiritual life of the city. Green space. The park surrounding the Vyšehrad fortress offers lush greenery, walking paths, and serene spaces perfect for relaxation. The park is dotted with statues and is a popular spot for locals and tourists to enjoy nature and panoramic views of Prague. Czech identity. Vyšehrad is considered a symbol of Czech national identity and pride. It is often associated with the idea of a Czech homeland, where the early rulers of Bohemia were believed to have had their seat. Cultural heritage. Vyšehrad is deeply intertwined with Czech culture, both historically and in the present day. The region's influence on Czech music, literature, and arts is profound, and many cultural events take place in this area, from classical concerts in the basilica to open-air performances in the park. Modern-day community. Today, Vyšehrad is part of the Prague II district, and the people who live in and around this area often have a deep connection to the cultural history of the place. Many locals come to Vyšehrad for its peaceful atmosphere and cultural offerings, making it a blend of history and modern Czech life. During the 19th century, Vyšehrad became a symbol of Czech nationalism. It was seen as a place that embodied the ancient roots of the Czech people, serving as a symbol of their historical importance and national pride. This remains a key cultural reference today. There are also numerous legends associated with Vyšehrad. One of the most famous is the myth of the Czech princess Libus, who is said to have foretold the founding of Prague from the Vyšehrad hill. This connection to mythological and spiritual history makes the site even more significant to Czech culture. In sum, Vyšehrad offers a combination of stunning views, significant historical landmarks, cultural richness, and natural beauty, making it an essential part of Prague's landscape and a place where history, art, and spirituality converge. Petrin Hill, located in Prague, Czech Republic, is a beloved spot offering both natural beauty and cultural significance. It's a part of the larger Petrin Park and is one of the most picturesque places in Prague, offering views of the city, its landmarks, and the Vltava River. Here are some key facts and descriptions of this stunning location. Petrin Hill is a green oasis in the heart of Prague, with dense forests, gardens, and meadows. In spring and summer, it bursts into colors with blooming flowers and lush greenery. In winter, it becomes a peaceful, snowy retreat. The Petrin Observation Tower, often called the Little Eiffel Tower, is one of the main attractions on the hill. Standing 63.5 meters tall, it provides panoramic views of Prague and beyond, including Prague Castle, Charles Bridge, and the Old Town. The mirror maze near the base of the observation tower is another quirky attraction, offering fun illusions and distorted reflections. There are also lovely walking paths, small ponds, and hidden benches throughout the park, making it an ideal place for relaxation and nature walks. It has a rich cultural history, and the Hills Park was designed in the 19th century in a romantic style, adding to the charm. The Petrin Observation Tower was constructed in 1891 for the Jubilee Exposition, and its design is inspired by Paris's Eiffel Tower. The tower was originally a temporary structure but became a permanent symbol of Prague. St. Lawrence Church, located near the top of the hill, adds to the historical landscape, with its Baroque architecture and serene setting. Petrin Hill is also home to the Strahov Monastery, founded in the 12th century, offering breathtaking views of the city from its library and beer garden. Petrin Hill is frequented by both locals and tourists. On sunny days, you'll find families, couples, joggers, and tourists enjoying the park, with many people taking the funicular railway up to the top for a scenic ride. You can reach the top of Petrin Hill either by walking or taking the Petrin funicular, which is an enjoyable ride through the hill's forested paths. The Petrin Observation Tower has an elevator to take visitors to the top, or you can climb the 299 steps to reach the panoramic viewing platform. The view from the top is especially spectacular at sunset or during the golden hour. The Mirror Maze, built in 1891, is another fun activity that is popular with children and families. Petrin Hill combines nature, history, and panoramic views, making it one of Prague's most beautiful and culturally rich destinations. Whether for a peaceful stroll, a scenic lookout, or to explore its historic sites, it's a must-visit for anyone in Prague. The Charles Bridge, a timeless icon of Prague's history and culture. The Charles Bridge was commissioned by Holy Roman Emperor Charles IV in 1357 and completed at the beginning of the 15th century, 1402. It replaced the old Judith Bridge, which was damaged by a flood in 1342. The bridge was constructed using sandstone, and its foundation consists of a series of massive piers built into the Vltava River's riverbed. The bridge is approximately 520 meters long, 1,700 feet, and 10 meters wide, 33 feet, supported by 16 arches. The bridge features 30 Baroque-style statues of saints, which were added between 1683 and 1714. These statues, most of which are replicas, the originals are housed in the National Museum, are an essential feature of the bridge's distinctive look. The architecture is a blend of Gothic and Baroque styles, with majestic towers on both sides, The Old Town Bridge Tower on the eastern side is a prime example of Gothic architecture, while the Malastrana Bridge Tower is slightly more fortified. The bridge's cobblestones and the surrounding medieval buildings contribute to its timeless charm. View of Prague Castle. From the bridge, visitors can enjoy a breathtaking view of the Prague Castle, which sits majestically on a hill overlooking the city. The castle is a symbol of the nation's history and politics. Vltava River. The bridge offers a unique perspective of the Vltava River that flows beneath it. The river reflects the picturesque cityscape, especially at sunset when the water shimmers with the hues of the sky. Old Town. The bridge connects Old Town with Malastrana, Lesser Town, both of which are UNESCO World Heritage Sites filled with historic buildings, churches, and cobbled streets. Golden Hour. The bridge is particularly stunning at sunrise and sunset when the lighting enhances the beauty of the statues, the towers, and the flowing river below. Artistic Hub. Over the centuries, the Charles Bridge has been a place for artists, street performers, musicians, and vendors to showcase their talents. Today, visitors can enjoy the works of local painters, caricaturists, and artisans along the bridge. Historical Crossing. The bridge has seen many historical events, including royal processions and wartime turmoil. In medieval times, it was the main route connecting the Old Town with Prague Castle. Music and performances. The bridge's central location and scenic surroundings make it a popular place for performances, including classical music played by violinists and other street musicians. Local life. While tourists flock to the Charles Bridge, it is still very much a part of the daily lives of the locals. Prague residents cross the bridge for work, leisure, or during cultural events like festivals. Czech pride. The Charles Bridge is a symbol of national pride, representing Prague's historical significance as the capital of the Czech Kingdom and later the Czech Republic. The bridge's resilience through wars and floods reflects the Czech people's strength and determination. Cultural rituals. It's believed that touching the statue of St. John of Nepomuk on the bridge will bring good luck and ensure a return visit to Prague. This tradition is one of many that locals and visitors partake in. Prague Castle. Just a short walk from the western end of the Charles Bridge is the Prague Castle, the largest ancient castle in the world, housing the St. Vitus Cathedral and the Royal Palace. Old Town Square. The eastern side of the bridge leads directly into the Old Town Square, a vibrant area filled with historical buildings, the astronomical clock, and numerous restaurants and shops. Lesser Town. On the opposite side, you'll find Malastrana, Lesser Town, a quieter part of Prague known for its Baroque churches, the John Lennon Wall, and Petrin Hill. One famous legend about the Charles Bridge is that it was constructed by using eggs in the mortar to make it stronger. While this isn't true, the myth adds an element of mystique to the bridge's allure. Another popular legend is about St. John of Nepomuk, who was thrown from the bridge into the Vltava River by King Wenceslaus IV, and who is commemorated by a statue on the bridge. His martyrdom is central to Czech Catholic tradition. The Charles Bridge is not just a bridge, it is a cultural and historical landmark that represents the essence of Prague's rich past and vibrant present. Whether you are exploring its history, admiring the architecture, or simply taking in the stunning views, the Charles Bridge offers an unforgettable experience.